What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome in for the first time if you're a new viewer. I'm hurt. I'm disappointed. I'm disgusted. And terribly just have to get it back in blood today. Anthony Davis. AD, I'm going to start with a rant today because I have to. I have to go off. I've done it in a TikTok video, but now I just have to let this out. Anthony Davis, you will never touch a slip again in your life after that egregious performance. I know a lot of people underperformed last night, but especially you. Jesus Christ in heaven, save the Lakers. This Lakers team will not touch another slip on a back to back ever again in my life. They will never touch a slip again. Anthony Davis will never touch a slip again. I don't care if he drops 40, 50, 60, 70. He can drop 100 points like he's Will Chamberlain. What you did last night against Rudy Gobert is unforgivable. Unforgivable. You let this man score 17 points on your head top, and on top of that, scored a whopping 12 points in 33 minutes. 33 minutes. I thought you played like 26. 33 minutes. I had to turn it off, bro. I had to go to sleep because I was like, you know what? I don't even want to watch the rest of this. I went to sleep early because I was just utterly disgusted. I didn't even want to talk to anyone. I was like, oh my goodness, I can't believe what I'm watching right now. I understood Anthony Edwards not getting the points because the Lakers were down by 20 for basically most of the game without him having to score. So, more than anything, I'm angry at the fact that the Lakers are this horrible and ruining LeBron's last two seasons. As an NBA player and me being a LeBron fan, father time is catching up. I can't even lie. But I mean, who would have? I mean, come on, he's 40 years old. What do you expect from him? But him to take 16 shots and Anthony Davis to take 14 should never happen. Should never happen. Especially against Rudy Gobert, who's one of the worst one-on-one defenders in that painted area. Great help defender, but can't guard anyone to save his life one-on-one. He's been getting destroyed all season by all centers. Sengun dropped a triple-double on his head. Everybody, every center that has been against Rudy Gobert has 8, including Anthony Davis this year. But yesterday, off of a back-to-back, just trusting Anthony Davis to score some points. I didn't even get him for the whole 25. I took him for 20, y'all. 20. I had people that took him for 15, which was extremely juice, like minus 2,000. Bro could not hit any of those lines. Anthony Davis, your points is banned for life. Your rebounds might be a good play every game because you're tall, so you should be getting rebounds. But your points, you will never touch a slip when it comes to points again in my lifetime. And LeBron too. I'm sorry, man. Not this year. I love you, Braun. But this year, I'm only touching your assist prop for the rest of the year. That's the only props I would touch for these Lakers is Anthony Davis's rebounds, LeBron's assist, and depending on the matchup, because if they're going against a over 500 team, I don't trust them to do anything at all right now with how this team is constructed. Disgusting, disturbing, egregious. Anthony Davis always disappointing, always destroying parlays, always distracted, always dumb, always a dickhead. But let's give you 5 good plays for today. Play them straight. I'm gonna be honest with you. Your best bet is to play these straight. If you parlay it, don't put a lot on it. I don't put a lot on my parlays. I put like $10 tops, sometimes 15 to 20 if I'm really like feeling it. Like, oh, this one's the one. Usually, if I do play a parlay, it's probably a crazy like 20 leg, all alt lines, all very low alt lines. Put like $20 on it to make 100, and just take it for that. But today we're going to give you 5 good plays with the matchup. And today we're using a different app, which is a great app that I've been watching a lot of creators use, including my boy Jacob. So I decided myself to then use it. And it's Prop Madness. And let's get right into it. And first game I'm starting with, we'll start with the Bucks versus Pistons. I was going to go with the Magic game first, but we'll start with the Bucks versus Pistons. And the reason why I like this matchup, Kay Cunningham versus this Bucks team, as we can see, as head to head this year, he dropped 35 last game. They have his line all the way at 23.5, which is extremely low. And then on Hard Rock, they have him at 22.5, which if you can snag that right now, Really good play to get him at 22.5 against this team who's ranks the worst at defending this position. By position, I mean, you can see that some of the games 47% hit rate, but look at some of the point guards you're seeing them go against. Tyrese Halliburton, who's having a horrible season. Desunumu, I don't know how to say his name, but he's like the second point guard for this Bulls team. He had 8 and Kobe White had 14. So, I mean, combined, they had 22 points. So, Fred VanVleet had 26. Jalen Green, who had 21. LaMelo Ball had 26. Kay Cunningham, 35. I mean, these guys, come on, they don't really score. Payne Pritchard had 18. Derek White had 15. This is all in the same game. Drew Holiday had 15. This is all in the same game. And Jalen Brunson, who's having a more of a pass-heavy season, only had 15. But as we can see, the last 4 games, they have allowed a lot of points to the point guard position. I mean, Darius Garland sometimes is just not a shooter. He's not a scorer. He's more pass first point guard. This season, he has played a little bit better at shooting the ball, but I take it with a grain of salt. Kate Cunningham is the main ball handler for this team, and if we just see his stats for the season, yeah, it doesn't look too nice. You know, saying 23.5, but in this head-to-head matchup from this year and last year, he has dominated in a point on the points against this team. So I mean, the opposing defense, if you could see the Bucks ranking on the way on the plays that basically we're taking as his points, they are very bad at defending what Kay Cunningham does well, and that's pick and roll ball handlers. They're ranked 20th. And if you see where Kay Cunningham shoots his shots, 32% comes from that outside area, which the Bucks are pretty bad at defending. And it comes off the pick and roll, which the Bucks rank 20th. As you can see, free throws, they let up a good amount of free throws. Spot up shooters, they get their 17th rank. In transition, they're 24th ranked. So the Bucks have not been playing the best defense lately. They have been a little bit better. I will give them that. But honestly, this will be a great play for Kate Cunningham today to get over 22.5 or 23.5. As you can see, he hit it one time this year over that 35 points. You can also take his assist prop as well. I like him to pass the ball today. As you can see, Halliburton had 9. Fred VanVleet was a little bit under at 5. And he had 11 last time they played. And by position, I mean, it's a 47% hit rate, just like the other one for the points. So either or, if you want to take the points or the assists, I think Kate Cunningham will definitely have a good game today, especially that we are in the cup game. So teams tend to play a little bit harder for these cup games. So I'm expecting Kate Cunningham to come out and show out. If you want one more play for this game, since it is a cup game, the other play I like is Giannis over 30.5. They have him at 31.5 in some books, but I got him for 30.5. As you can see in transition, they do rank 9th, 9, 12, 12. But the pick and roll ball handler, they rank 26, which is where 4% of, 10% of this player's points come from Giannis. I mean, transition, they are better at defending it, but if you can see this painted area right here where Giannis scores most of his points, they are not good at defending this spot. You know, so actually, they're pretty good. Let me lie. Stop lying. They're 5th ranked with Jalen Duran down there. But it's just Giannis Antetokounmpo, which he shoots some shots out here in this area. You know, his mid-range shot is pretty decent enough to get him some buckets. So I like Giannis in this matchup to score in this area or even in this painted area right here. You know, either or, Giannis is going to get his buckets. I mean, right here, down there, I don't see anyone stopping Giannis. You see the last time he played, he scored 59 points on them. So to take him to get 30 points today, I don't think it's that big of a deal. You can drop it down to 25. As you can see in away games, Giannis hasn't been really hitting this line. He did go against the Grizzlies and do it. But honestly, I just like the matchup a lot. Head to head in 23-24. I mean, 31-31. That's why I took the 30.5 because he just went right over the line. So I really do like him to get 30 points today against this team in this matchup. I mean, 24-25, like I said, he had 59 points against them, but Lillard was out. Lillard's back in, but Lillard has been passing heavy this year. So if that's another play you like, definitely take Giannis to get that 30 points today. I think that's a good play as well, especially in a cup game. And let's get to the next play. We're going to go with the Pacers and Raptors, which this is a play I might take, I might not. Tyrese Halliburton, this is a play that my boy Jacob brought to my attention. Under 27.5 points and assists, which right now they have him at 26.5 on DraftKings. like I said, Hard Rock low key has a little bit better lines in the morning. So the best time to take a Hard Rock and or lines, I would say, is in the morning. As you can see, opposing defenses, the where Halliburton works the best at is shooting outside, and right there they're ranked fifth. So they're going to be stopping him from shooting the ball. As you can see, 54% of his shots come from this area. The opposing defense is shutting that down. You know what I'm saying? So they do have, it does look like a pretty good matchup somewhat for him to score. I mean, 17th rank in pick and roll ball handlers, 20th in spot up, 18th in transition. But Toronto has been playing a little bit better with Scotty Barnes back. And I just don't see Halliburton having a good day today. But that's an extra play if you want to take it. I don't really like to take unders for superstar players. But let's just be honest, Halliburton hasn't been playing like a superstar this season. So definitely an under would be a good play in my eyes for him. And my play that I like for today, for this game of the Magic versus the Knicks, would be Franz Wagner. His points and assist. I mean, as you can see, season average doesn't look too good. Let's just be honest, it doesn't. But let's just say let's go with the last 10 games or 11 games. You can see he's been pretty consistent hitting this line. All these games, the matchup wasn't screaming that he was going to do it, and he did it. So he's been hitting over that line. And as you can see, against this position, the hit rate is just all there when it comes to points. I mean, the only ones that you could say that didn't hit was, I mean, Jabari Smith, who he hasn't been playing good all season, or the last two seasons, to be honest. Jalen Johnson had 23 on them, 17 from Cody Martin. Patrick Williams had 18 on them. Dorian Finney-Smith, 15, 17, 22 from Cam Johnson. So as you can see, consistently they're allowing a lot of points to this position. And I just see it as a great matchup for Franz Wagner with this right here to the pick and roll ball handler, which Franz is being the main ball handler for this team and has been playing the pick and roll so well. They rank 28th in defending that pick and roll. So as him being the ball handler, I like his assist and his points today because he will be the main ball handler and running that pick and roll. And now we have Wendell Carter Jr. back, so he does have somebody to pass it to in the paint, which they struggle at defending. So, I mean, I wouldn't say they struggle at defending where majority of the points come from for this player. So I like Franz Wagner today. They're 6th ranked in defending the paint area, but honestly, that's Karl Anthony Towns down there. He's pretty good at defending it, but 15th out here on the perimeter, 20th right here when we get into the painted area, and then we got 15th right here in that mid-range area, and 25th on both those corner shots. I mean, Franz doesn't really take corner threes, as you can see, 1%, 5%, but right here, bread and butter, Franz Wagner is going to be hitting some threes today. So I do like him to get over his points prop today. And I like him to get his assists, especially in that pick and roll situation against this Knicks team, who has not been playing the best basketball, in my opinion, this season. But they will turn it up, I feel, when it gets towards halfway through the season, which we're getting closer and closer to. It's almost Christmas time. So, you know, when Christmas time comes, players tend to play a little bit more up to par. But I like Franz Wagner, his points and assists today, just because the matchup, as you can see in the last 11 games, 7-11 hit rate. He had a down game against the Nets, but he just wasn't shooting well, 4 for 17 from the field. He had 8 assists in that game. And you can see the last game before that, 12 from 20 from the field, 29 points against the Nets, and he had 8 assists again. So Franz Wagner has been passing the ball very efficiently as of late. As you can see, 5, 6, 6, 8, 6, 11, 8, 7, 6, 8, 8. So all we're asking basically is for him to score at least 20, 25 points, and then him to get at least 5 to 6 assists. I mean, right now there's points and assists at 33.5. I got him at 31.5 if I'm not mistaken. So I would say the 33.5 might be a little bit sketchy. But I like it. I like it a lot just because of how he's been playing as the pick and roll ball handler for this team. And now let's go to my next play, which would be the Grizzlies versus the Mavericks. And we're taking Lucas PRA. They bumped it all the way to 45.5 on DraftKings, but as I said, Hard Rock honestly has a lot better lines in the morning. And right now, 44.5 is minus 125 on Hard Rock. And as you can see, the head-to-head matchup last year, he hit this 2 out of 3 times. And now we're going again to see Luka in his last game, just got back from injury. 56, he hit 36 points, 7 rebounds, and he had 13 assists. So Luca as the main ball handler, and where he shoots well is right here in these outside area, 39%. He hits it very, very much well. As you can see from the pick and roll ball handler, they're 13th ranked, which is basically middle of the pack. And I see Luca just having a big day against the Grizzlies because their defense is a little bit, sketchy and a little bit. Who's gonna guard Luca? Desmond Bain. Come on, man. Luca's about to eat today. Transition buckets, they're ranked 23rd. Luca's 5.4 of his points come from there, 17%. 29% comes from the pick and roll, which they rank 13th. But as you can see, the opponent's defense, where they rank the worst, is right here in this area, defending that 3-point shot. And Luca, 39% of his buckets are coming from that 3-point shot from that area. So I love this matchup for Luca. I think it's a really good matchup for Luca to score a lot of points. He might even go for a 40 piece tonight. A lot of people were talking about how he's having a down season, which I know Luca probably heard that and said, down season, 28, 8 and 8. I think you're crazy to think that. You see, most of his points come from this area. So for them defending that area the worst, this matchup for Luca is going to be great for him. And so I have a 3-man that I like a lot that I played today that I think is my favorite play of the day, which is Luca's PRA. And then my next play that I like is Sengun, and we're going to take his rebounds and assists because lately he has been killing this. And I mean, all year, 13 out of 21 is not bad. And 23-24 was a 50% hit rate, but I think this is his breakout season. It's his all-star season. I literally, if Alperen Sengun is not an all-star this year, the NBA is tripping. As you can see, in his last, let's bump it down to 10 games, he's hit 60%. He just went under, and let's be honest, the Trailblazers have been a bad team, but what they've been good at is just holding centers from scoring and holding centers from getting rebounds and just basically being good against centers. They've been pretty good against centers, I'm not going to lie. So I like this matchup, though, against this team, which let's try to look into this. I mean, by position, they allow points to the pick and roll, man, which is where Alperen Sengun scores a lot of his points, and he gets a lot of assists out of that pick and roll. Getting in that painted area, he's probably going to be pretty good money. I mean, he's probably going to get stuff right now with Sabonis down there. So I'm looking for him to pass more because of this ranking right here of them being the best team at defending that painted area where Sengun gets most of his buckets. So if they're good at defending this area, I look for Sengun to pass the ball more. So I'm thinking that he's going to get about 6 to 7 assists today, which that's lovely for me because all we need at that point is 9 rebounds, which against this team, if we look at the rebounding against this team, as you can see, Zubac at 15, Clint Capella at 14, 11 for Gobert. Everybody is getting over 8 rebounds against this team. I know some people haven't hit their line as 50%, but a lot of centers are doing what they got to do against this team to get those rebounds. 7, 15, 14, 11, 4, 11, 15, 8, 9. So I look for Sengun to get his rebounds and assist line. They have it all the way down to 14.5, which is favored. I got it at 15.5, which I don't think it's bad. I think 15.5 should still be good. If you can get it at 14.5, definitely take it. But I think the 15.5 should be good just because of how he's been playing as of late. He's been blasting through that line, 21, 21, 23. I mean, he had 14 rebounds against OKC, and that's with Hartenstein being back, and Hartenstein is a good rebounder, still got his rebounds, and he got 9 assists against that team. And then against the 76ers, 14 and 7, and against Rudy Gobert, he had 10 rebounds and 11 assists. And he's just been solid all year. I mean, against the Bulls, did the same thing, and against, even the Clippers, he did it twice. So I like this matchup a lot for him. And I mean, if you want to take his points, I would say go with the under just because against this team by position, they haven't been letting a lot of centers score down there. Domantas Sabonis is a pretty good player. And if you want to take another play for this game, I would take Sabonis. And against opposing defenses, I mean, this defense is pretty good, man. But Sabonis does score his points majorly down there, and they're ranked 15th. So if you want to take anyone's points today, I would say take Sabonis over 15, or his lines right now at 17.5. I think that would be a good bet for Sabonis to get his 18 to 20 points today. I mean, against the last 5 games, if we're looking at Sabonis and we're taking trends, he's only went under this line once, and that was against the Brooklyn Nets, which I'll take that with a grain of salt. And in the last 10, he's hit at an 80% hit rate. So it's a bonus over 17.5 as he's playing at an all-star level right now this year too. I think that's a great bet for this team. And then the last play that I have for you guys would be Nikola Jokic over his points and rebounds against the Warriors in 23-24. We can see head-to-head he hit this 3 out of 4 times, 43, 48, 48. They have him at 42.5. I think I got him all the way at 41.5, which is just a hell of a snipe. I mean, as of this year, if we don't take head to head and we go with the last 10 games for him, I mean, the hit rate, it's not all there, 40%. But as you can see, if you can get the 41.5, it's a better hit rate than obviously 42.5. But the head to head matchup just screams for this man to get his buckets. I mean, the post up, the Warriors ranked 25th in defending post up big men, 22 in free throws allowed to the big man position. I mean, they're good at defending the painted area, but this is where Jokic scores most of his buckets. It's really little bit outside of the painted area with his hook shot. He's really dominant in this area, as you can see, 37% from this area and 40% from the inside. So with that being said, it's such a good matchup for him to score about 30 to 40 points today. Honestly, if you just want to take his points straight up at 29.5 for him to get 30, I mean, we could see the head-to-head matchup. I mean, he has 32, 34, 26, and 35, so he's only went under once, and there's nobody down there to defend Jokic. So I think it's a big Jokic day. Might even fuck around and get a triple double. You know what I'm saying? So I like Jokic today on his points and rebounds. Maybe even take his PRA, but his PRA is a little bit too high for me for 51.5. The reason why I like Luka's PRA so much is because it's the lowest you're going to see Luka's PRA. It's at 44.5, which is very, very low for Luka Doncic. If you know, you know. Luka Doncic was clearing 44.5 with the ease. We can check here on Outlier. Luka Doncic's PRA as of last year. A lot of people are just talking down about him because he was injured in the beginning of the season, and so they're saying he's having a down season. But 28, 8-8 is not a down season, and he's basically averaging way over this PRA this year. I mean, 2024 it's a 53% hit rate, but 2023, as you can see, 77% hit rate for Luka for a 44.5 PRA. They're going to bump this up all the way to 50.5 or 49.5. As you can see, that's where he really lays at. 49.5 is his usual PRA. I mean, it's Luka Doncic, man. It should be 47.5 or above just because of his potential assists, his potential rebounding, and his potential points. So all good plays. And yeah, that's my plays for today. I'll recap it in the comment section. I like Kate Cunningham on his points. We can even take one more play, which would be the Sixers versus Hornets. Tyrese Maxey on his points. As you can see, this team ranks 16th in defending the area where Tyrese Maxey scores the most points. And then obviously his other points is 27% in the paint. And they rank 24th in that area. So I like Tyrese Maxey to score some buckets today against this team. And against this team, over 24.5, he's hit this 1-2 out of 4 games. But take it with a grain of salt. He's the main scorer for this team now that Joel Embiid is not going to play. We don't know when Joel Embiid is going to get back. But yeah, those are my favorite plays for the day. Tell me what you think in the comments below. What are you trailing? What are you taking today? If you got any other plays, please comment down. Let me know what your plays are today, because I might snag those too. So those are my favorite ones. You know, basically White Boy Mania, Franz Wagner, Luka Doncic, Nikola Jokic, and Alperen Sengun is my main play for the day. Tyrese Maxey and Kate Cunningham, throwing them in there as well. We can make a parlay out of that. Probably $10 make you 100. So we'll definitely probably try to find some more plays. If I do find more plays throughout the day, I will definitely leave it in the comment section. But like I said, the main play: Franz Wagner points and assists, Luka Doncic points, rebounds, and assists, Nikola Jokic points, rebounds, Alperen Sengun rebounds and assists, and I like Kate Cunningham over in points today. Think they're all good matchups for these players. Tell me what you think in the comment section below. Like, share, subscribe, and we'll be back with another video tomorrow. Hopefully we sweep the boards tonight. I've been hoping to give y'all guys a video where we sweep the whole boards. We have done it before on this channel, but we need a dub for December. It's almost Christmas time, and I know y'all want to buy your family some good gifts, so hopefully they gift us with a great NBA Cup game today, and we can eat good. So stay humble, stay hungry, and let's eat, y'all. I'll see you on the next video. Peace.
Bye. Have a beautiful time.